Hello all and welcome to another car boot video, and this is episode 2 of The Late Booter. Now I did a video this time last week going to the exact same boot sale, and in that video it was pretty much just a bit of a scouting mission by going that late, see if it was worth going to early in the future. And to be honest with you, I can imagine on a good day that this one would be worth going to early in the future. But as I say, I went late, I got a couple of decent bits and it got me thinking. And I thought, well, maybe I could be that guy that tries going late to find decent bits, find something interesting, find something to add to the collection, something worth reselling or even trading into CEX, who knows. But yes, by going late. And that was when I coined the phrase The Late Booter, and that was going to be basically the premise of these videos going forward. Now don't get me wrong, I love and watch a lot of videos where people get up at the crack of dawn, go early, find loads of amazing stuff for an absolute bargain, for great trade, for great resale, for great pieces for their collection. But I just thought I wanted to do something a little bit different. So yes, I'm going to be that guy that turns up late and, as I say, see if he can find something interesting for the collection, something worth reselling or trading into CEX. And that was where I came up with the name The Late Booter, after I'd actually recorded the episode. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to boot sales late. We're turning up. It's been open for what, 2.5 hours now, and I'm going to go in and hopefully find something. So I thought it'd be cool as well to kind of set a rule for this. Now I haven't got it set in stone, got a few ideas toying around my head, but just for today I'm going to say that I must leave with something. But in the future episodes I might tweak it a little bit and say I might have to leave a certain amount of items, a certain amount of different items and things like that. But for today I must leave with something. So yeah, as I say, I walk around my phone in my hand like I do now, so I will try and capture some footage in there, but it is a little bit awkward the way I record, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we can do that. So yeah, let's get in there and see if we can still find something turning up to the boot sale very late. Yeah, I don't think so.
I like this. 150. Everything 150. And for the baby one's 50.
Outside. La fruterie. You want to come back for?
Okay, so done at the boot sale for the day, and there was actually a few less sellers there than last week. Now it's 30 degrees Celsius today, so I'm guessing the fact that it is that warm today has had a little bit of a negative effect on the amount of sellers that have decided to turn up today. And I don't blame them, it's absolutely roasting. So yeah, did leave with a few bits. Obviously have to leave with something. That's my little rule that I've got in place now. So I've left with some bits, stuff that I did turn down and leave behind. One stall I went up to, there was a Nintendo Wii on the table, and I asked how much do you want for that, and she said only a £5, and then told me that it had all the leads with it, because I'd asked did it have the remotes, and she said no. So people have been asking if it had the remotes all day. I could have sold it by now if I had the remotes, and yeah, absolutely you could. Obviously CEX won't take it in, I think, without a controller, and to be honest with you, the condition it was in, it was grubby, and I think one of the flaps are missing. It was just, yeah, it was just beaten up, so it wasn't worth grabbing. at all. Now, one of the stalls that I captured in the footage there, you'll notice had some Xbox 360 games on the table, some PS2 games on the table. My eyes are absolutely drawn to The Sims 3 because I thought that was a 360 game, which would have been worth trade, but it turned out to be a PC game. I did ask them how much they wanted for those games, but they were £1 each, which was all of their value, and I had all the 360 stuff anyway, so I couldn't even add it to the collection. I did just think I'd ask, because to be honest with you, at 50p, I probably would have left them behind as well. They had a few DVDs below the counter. I did leave with one DVD. I will show you that in a minute. And apart from that, I did go up to one other stall and had a pile of DVDs, and in amongst it were 2 random Xbox One games, but they were FIFA 15 and 17. So as you can imagine, again there, even if they said 50p, not worth it. So gaming wise, there wasn't a great deal there. However, as I say, I did leave with a few bits in my bag. So let's find somewhere to plonk my bag down and show you indeed what I picked up at today's boot sale. Jump cut. Right, so pickups from the booter. Now that first stall which I turned down those games for, and I said I had a few DVDs underneath at 50p each, or it was 3 for £1, but I could only see this copy of Suicide Squad that I wanted. Now I saw that in the cinema, wouldn't mind watching it again, so I thought for 50p that I would grab that, and then after I'm done with it, probably just pass it on again, perhaps sell it on or something, just for a quid or two. Okay, and then I went further down that row, and there was a stall that had a load of DVDs out, and he had a sign on the stall that said 2 DVDs for 50p. Now I picked up the Expendables basically because it's sealed, and as soon as the DVD's sealed, obviously it's got a little bit more resale value than it would have if it was unsealed. Now CX only sell it for 50p, but because it's sealed, I might be able to get a couple of quid for it on eBay. And the second DVD that I picked up from him as part of that deal was Disney's Tarzan. Now even in pre-owned condition and unsealed, you can get 2 to 3 quid for most Disney DVDs on eBay, but you have to play a tiny bit of a waiting game. So yeah, 2 for 50p, picking up Disney's Tarzan for 25p. I say I got 2 to 3 quid for that on eBay. Okay, so another stall I went to, box of DVDs on the floor. They were all kids DVDs. I asked her how much, and she said that they were all 50p each. So I picked up 3 of them and said we do 3 for £1. She said yes. So I've got these 3 all Disney DVDs again for basically 33.3p reoccurring. So yeah, picked up The Lion King 2, which they may bundle them together in a little bit of a deal on eBay. And then the third DVD, again, another Disney one, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. As I say, £2 to £3 on eBay all day long for Disney DVDs. They're still massively popular and obviously collectible. And then finally, just about to leave, I had a little nose at a stall that was nearest the entrance, and I noticed he had DVDs on the floor as well. I was looking at them and he just said, oh, 50p each the DVDs. So with that, I saw that he had a copy of Resident Evil. Like lately I've got into watching gaming related DVDs. I watched Mortal Kombat again recently, and Dead or Alive for the first time, which was a bit meh, but you know, got to stare at Holy Lance for 1 hour and 20 minutes, like I said last episode. But anyway, yeah, so I had a copy of Resident Evil, so that sparked my interest. So that's for me to watch and then probably do something with after I've watched it. Probably won't be keeping it. Saw a Turtles DVD on the floor as well. Amongst that, totally piqued my interest. All over watching that, even though it's a little bit modern. I did notice that on the back it had a picture of the Turtles as they were in Turtles Forever, so there might be something from my youth on there as well as something modern. But yeah, big fan of the Turtle, so I picked that up out of his box as well. Like I said, he said 50p per DVD, but in that box I couldn't help but notice there was actually a Wii game, Summer Athletics. Now I did kind of sneak my phone out and have a little look at what it was worth on CX Tradewise, and CX will give you £1.10 trading for that. Now it's fully complete in box, manual's there. I've had the disc out and had a look. Disc is fine, CX will take it, there's no imperfections there. Yeah, the case needs a bit of a clean, so I can clean that up and I can get £1.10 trade in for that. So for what I've just paid for those 3 items, I can get an extra 10p as well on top in trade credit. So yeah, that's just basically just making my money back up for a couple of DVDs that I wanted to buy and watch. So that's it, a lot of DVDs today. I did actually end up with 1 game. I didn't think I was going to leave with any gaming stuff at the end, but I have actually managed to end up with 1 game. So I'm going to be a bit of a madman again. I'm going to do the half-hour walk to the charity shop and have a look at it. It might be just me looking at shelves and not leaving with anything, but last time I went, I left with 4 games and a DVD for £1 at 20p each, so it was a bargain. So I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to stop off at McDonald's on the way because it's at the halfway point and it's definitely becoming a thing, picking up a strawberry milkshake on doing that walk. So yeah, let's do that. Let's go to that cherry shop and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can find something in there. At the halfway mark, best pick up of the day, McDonald's strawberry milkshake, especially on a day like this. Best flavour if you ask me. Disagree? Comment section below, let's hear it.
Might have just been sold
So, as you'll see, I'm at the train station waiting to go home, and sadly it's Sunday, so Sunday service, and I've got about half an hour wait. So, as you'll have seen from that cherry shop, there was not many games at all. In fact, it was barren of games. There was just that one rogue copy of Pro Evolution Soccer 2008 for the Wii, which obviously is not worth much at all, but I did have a browse through all those DVDs that you saw, and I did leave with 10, because once you start picking out a couple, you may as well buy 10, because it's 10 for £1. If you take 6 up to the counter, they'll still charge you £1, so yeah, may as well leave with 10. Like I said to you earlier, Disney DVDs, £2 to £3 pre-owned on eBay all day long. In fact, I sold one for £2 something only last week, plus postage. So if I was to sell that for £2 something, you know, the rest of those DVDs are 100% profit already. So yeah, saw one Disney DVD in there, which was Cars again, so snagged it, and that's got a little sticker there saying exclusive art card set free inside. They are actually in there as well, so that is a nice little bonus. Traditionally, kids DVDs do quite well as well, and seeing as that is a complete season as well of Thomas the Tank Engine at Friends, season 10 as said there, thought that was worth a punt as well. I noticed that the complete seasons on CX go for around about £2 to £2.50 each with their prices, so hopefully might be able to make a couple of quid there. So all these Star Trek DVDs here, 3 of them are actually sealed, 1 is unsealed but is as good as mint anyway, so I thought bundle all those lot up together, 3 of them being sealed, probably a little bit to be made there, certainly at 10p each. So we've got 6 DVDs there, and then it was basically a case of scanning to make up the 10, because they were going to charge me a quid anyway. So I saw the 3 Lord of the Rings DVDs on the shelf, all next to each other. They are all mint, all paperwork is inside, so I thought perhaps bundle those up, perhaps get a couple of quid for those as well. And then finally we've got the Best of Vicar of Dibley. That's a 50p DVD in CEX all day long, but that one is for me. I used to like that back in the day, so I thought I'd just pick that up, give that a watch, and then probably just give it back to a charity shop again for somebody else to enjoy. So the walk was kind of worth it, you know. I got 10 DVDs for £1, but it wasn't as worth it as it was last time when I got those 5 items, which were 4 games and a DVD for what was 20p each. In hindsight, I probably should have picked up 5 more items back then, because again it would have been 100% profit, because I made my money on those 5 items easily. Again, there's a copy of Disney's Cars amongst that as well. So all in all, the day, yeah, it's been a lot of DVDs today and 1 game, but there's a few quid to be made. I say it's not massive, but it keeps me occupied and gives me something to do, and I enjoy doing it. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and with that I think it's finally time for me to say thank you very much for watching. Please do stay tuned for more of these. I intend to do these every week. That is weather permitting, and obviously availability permitting as well. But every Sunday that I am free, I'm going to be going to that boot sale and going late, and again indeed seeing if I can find something interesting or of value. But the rule is I must leave with something. So yeah, please stay tuned for more. Please feel free to hit a like. If you enjoyed this video, then yep, hit that like button. Perhaps subscribe as well if you've enjoyed and you wish to see more episodes like this. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for me to say thank you very much for watching, and as always, please do take care.